Hey everybody, my name is David Barnes. I'm part of the Emerging Technologies Group at IBM, and I am being joined once again by Asher Johnson. Asher is a senior architect on our mobile identity team. Asher, thank you for joining me again.
My pleasure.
In previous videos, we looked at IBM Mobile Identity in action, and then we looked at how to get started and implement it. In this video, I want to take a look behind the scenes at how it works. And so for me, one of the best ways to understand it is I'm going to request a new ID, and then you can explain to me what happens.
Sounds good.
Okay? So I've already installed the Mobile Identity Owner app on my phone. I selected Add ID. It brought me here to the North Carolina DMV. This is a mock-up site, right? So I put in all of my information. There it is. I select Submit. And that's it. Now you can explain to me in just a moment what's happening underneath the covers.
Sure.
Because there it is. Oh, I've already received the ID.
Yep.
Got a notification, push notification in your words. I fingerprint in and there it is. And this is real and live. This is pretty cool because I just went to a well, you tell me, what did I just do?
Okay, so from your device, you went to the acquisition page.
Right?
That was the North Carolina mock-up that we went to.
Right.
Whenever you hit submit, it used the API for the document generator that we talked about last time, pulled the information from the issuer's database, plugged it in, mapped it, and then generated the encrypted crypto blob.
Crypto blob, love the word.
Sends it up to the central server, and then the central server stores it for that user for that device.
Okay, so I went to the DMV's existing database, like we showed before. I mapped it to a digital ID, encrypted it for this specific device.
Yep.
And then it put it out into the central server. That's on IBM's cloud or someone else's cloud. Is that right?
Yeah, but the issuer doesn't have to worry about that. They just know where to call for all this, and they're good. So stores the document. I'm glad you brought it up that it's per device. It's encrypted per device. It's important to remember that because then it tells the device your document's ready. You can pull it down.
Got it.
Pulls it down, and that's exactly what you did.
Okay. So this is for this one phone. Now, a benefit of being an IBM employee is I have multiple phones. What happens if I have another one?
Okay. So from the new device, you would register it just like you did for that. You just log in, automatically registers you to the central server. Whenever you register to that central server, the central server puts onto this queue a message for the issuer to say, can you generate it for a new device?
Why in a queue? Why not just go right to the issuer?
We don't want to know where that issuer's backend lives because it's a security risk.
Ah, cool. So we don't know what's in the crypto blob. We don't even know the IP address of that. So we put it in a queue and let them come and get it.
Yeah. So they know where we are. We don't know where they are.
Good. Got it.
So the queue processing manager on the issuer's side, it lives in their backend, and we provide them with it. It's constantly pulling that messaging queue.
Okay, got it.
Whenever it gets a message for them to say, can you generate a copy for this user, for this device? Here's the device's public key. Can you encrypt it? It tells the document generator to do that. Whenever the document generator created that initial document, it stored in its backend database the instructions for how to regenerate that document.
Okay, it doesn't have to go and get it again and recreate it.
All of this flow requires no issuer interaction at all to do this.
I like.
What's in the records for what they generated last and what gets regenerated for the new device.
Okay.
So it gets regenerated, sent up to the central server, sent down, same exact flow.
The key, I think you said, is for the new device because that document is specific to this device. That's why I couldn't use the other document.
The phone decrypts it with that phone's secret key.
It's pretty cool.
It's encrypted using that phone's public key.
Got it. I like it. Now, let's say that I was a bad boy. Let's say that you, the DMV, need to revoke my ID.
Sure.
What happens then?
So we can go ahead and do it from the issuer's back end. So using an API with the document generator, I can call that and I can delete your document right now.
Okay, so you're acting as if you were the DMV in this case, and you selected delete. You aren't kidding either. So you just went out, and this is live. This is not a mock-up. That's why I think this is so cool. This isn't like just a demo between these. You just went out to the server, went to the document, went it all, and deleted it from my phone immediately.
Yep.
That's pretty cool stuff.
They don't have a choice. It sends a notification down and deletes it.
I like it. And you know, this makes it all look really simple, although I know that you have put a lot of work, and you and the team over the last few years creating this. But this high level, it really does help me understand it. So thank you.
Of course.
I will be creating more videos where I go into greater detail about IBM Mobile Identity and show some scenarios of how it can be used beyond just driver's licenses. In the meantime, if you're interested in learning more, you can visit our website at mi.ibmjstart.com.